Hi folks, welcome to another Wednesday Wisdom. My name is Anna Hendricks. Thanks so much for being here. Today I want to talk about something that we deal with on a daily basis, and that's our communication. I think we can all agree that as technology advances, we just find more and more ways to communicate with each other pretty flawlessly. And whether it's text messaging or email or video messaging, there's a lot of different ways to communicate with people now. And I think maybe you agree with me that since that has come to fruition, that communication's kind of gone down the hill. You know, instead of actually talking about things, now we text about them or email about them. And that leaves a lot of room for assumption or misinterpretation, and I think that can be really dangerous. I know that more than once I have allowed my current mood or feelings to affect the way that I read someone's text message or even their email. And I'm sure that we can all agree with that at least at one point in time or another. So what I want to encourage you with this week specifically is to be able to jump offline when you need to be able to differentiate between the subjects that need to be talked about face-to-face or on the phone versus the ones that can be talked about in text messaging. I'm a strong believer that communication can solve anything. And I know that within my own agency, anytime there is a possible issue or miscommunication, even though we use Slack for basically all of our team communication, I just jump right offline and call the guys on my team or make a direct call to ensure that we both understand each other, we're both in the same place, and that all things are cleared up. Text messaging or even messaging online, I think, leaves too much to the imagination. So there's three things that I would recommend. One is to take it offline, to pick up the phone more often, or to go see someone face-to-face. If there's a topic or a subject that is a little bit iffy, maybe it's more serious, maybe it involves feelings, make the effort to talk with them directly. Don't leave it to online. If you're getting to know someone, don't try and get to know them via text messaging. That's pretty lame because, again, it leaves so much to interpretation. If you actually want to get to know them, pick up the phone. That person's worth it. So are you. The second thing is to only use messaging to set up times to talk. So when text messaging first came out, I was actually working for Singular, and I used to talk people into adding this feature to their account by saying, like, what if you could just send your wife a text message and say, what do you want me to pick up on the way home? Or really simple things like that. You could send a text message and say, hey, what time is our meeting today? I don't think text messaging was meant to have all these really in-depth conversations or to discuss serious topics. It was meant for pretty simple things. I think that's really where we should keep it. Not that we can't discuss serious things on it, but we need to keep it in perspective. And finally, make a consistent effort to be able to decipher what conversations need to be held online and which ones don't, and then make the effort to make it happen. You can't expect other people to make decisions for you, and I try to always be straightforward in my communications with friends or family or romantic people. Whatever the case is, if we're talking about something serious or if there is an issue, let's pick up the phone. Let's just talk about it and get it out of the way. We're all going to have disagreements. That's not the end of the world, but I think that, keeping our conversation online can really make things a lot more complicated than they actually ever are. So anyway, this is just what I encourage you for the week. The people in your life are worth it. You are worth it. Don't leave all of your communication online. I hope that you have an awesome rest of the week and that you come back and hang out with me next week. And if you disagree, comment below. Tell me why. I'd love to know. Have an awesome day.